with gains of nearly 40 odd points for the Nifty. But here's a quick look at how the markets fared yesterday back home, that is Street. In terms of benchmarks, Nifty and Nifty Bank, they closed with slight gains. On the other hand, mid-cap and small-cap indices, they were the ones leading. They advanced for the second straight day. Now, let's take a look at how different sectors performed. First up, auto, that was the top sectoral gainer. On the other hand, PSU banks, they advanced for the second straight day. Meanwhile, Realty wasn't doing as Realty also came back to the green. In fact, it snapped its two-day losing streak. On the other hand, metals, they closed in the green for the second straight day. Now, talking of losers, IT was the top sectoral loser. On the other hand, pharma stocks, they also closed in the red, whereas FMCG, that continued its fall for the third straight day. So it was a mixed bag with the Nifty IT, pharma and FMCG. They were the ones that ended the day in the red. On the other hand, Nifty Auto, PSU Bank, Realty, they were all trading in the green, with Nifty Auto leading the pack with 3% of gains coming in. So that's how the markets fared yesterday. And today we are expecting a positive start yet again.
All right, so those are the cues you need to keep on your radar. But what are the stocks to watch out for before the start of the street today? Ashesha is here with all the stocks and news. Ashesha, take us through that.
Well, yes, first up, let's start with the auto sector. Remember, the sector was buzzing in trade yesterday as well, and TVS Motors in particular, where the company said that they will cut prices with effect from September 22. So TVS Motor in focus on the back of that. GCPL, meanwhile, the company says that company's Indonesian arm has commenced construction for setting up new manufacturing facility. The project will involve an investment of about 250 odd crores. So some new investment coming their way, on the back of which this stock will also be in focus. Railtel, meanwhile, positive news flow on the back of order wins, where the company said that they have received orders worth about 700 crores, and this is from Education Council of Bihar. So keep an eye out on Railtel as well. Meanwhile, gold financiers, the likes of Mannapuram and Muthoot, will also be in focus. Remember, gold prices are yet again at a fresh record high. In fact, in the global markets, they've now crossed at $3,640 per ounce mark. They've risen nearly 5% this month so far. So that's a kind of up move that we have seen in gold prices. So both these gold financiers, Mannapuram and Muthoot Finance, will be in focus on the back of that. Lastly, let's also talk about Adani Ports, where the company said, or rather Israel and India have signed an agreement to bolster bilateral investment. So positive news flow perhaps we could see over the next few years. Adani Ports in focus on the back of this.
All right, thank you, Ashesha, for taking us through that list. But Shahrukh, you also have a couple of counters on your list, starting with Infosys. Take us through the details.
Interesting development coming from the IT space, as Infosys stated that the company will consider share buyback on board meeting on September 11. Now, this would be the fifth buyback coming in from the company since its listing. Up next is Nuvama also, where agencies reports suggest that PAG's Nuvama stake sale is expected to be slowed down due to the impact of Jane Street case. Also, as per the agencies, that there are talks with the prospective bidders are ongoing, and PAG may also explore other options for its holding in Nuvama as well, including a placement or a continuation fund. Also, RB Infra strong toll collection numbers coming in the month of August, as the toll collections grew 12% on a year-on-year basis. HUDCO, there's a positive news flow coming in, as they have signed an MOU with the Nagpur Metropolitan Region Development Authority in Maharashtra. And lastly, Sai Pharma would be in focus, as the company has entered into a strategic product development partnership with Kinox to expand nasal spray portfolio for the US market.
All right, so those are the stocks that you need to watch out for. But a couple of cues also to keep on your radar, and for that we are joined by Rabinder, who is taking us through all the cues you need to watch out for. Rabinder, take it away.
Well, yes, on September 9, Nifty weekly expiry is scheduled to be held, and apart from this, several other companies including DLS International, Dilip Buildcoin, RBL Bank, GSFC and Steel Authority of India will trade their ex-dividend on September 9, and it is also last day to buy shares of Astra Microwave, Campus Activewave, Force Motor, Gujarat State Petronet and PNB Glitz to be eligible for the dividend. And apart from this, on September 9, some of the AGM is scheduled to be held like 5-star business Deepak Fertilizer, GNFC and VIP Industry on the same day. And among global events including ECB Governing Council member Frecois Villoy de Galejo is scheduled to be speak. And lastly, Apple is expected to unveil its iPhone 17.
Alright, so quite a few cues to watch out for later today. But on that note, we'll take a very short break. Be right back with more news and updates on the other side.